Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Zmoovy for Life podcast. I'm your host, Reek, and this is a podcast where we talk about people's experiences, where they currently at, and where they currently trying to head to. Man. um, this person right here, what can I even say about her? It's just she already laughing, man. But this person right here, I would say that we met in high school, senior in high school. She was I'm not gonna go in details of all about it, but we met in senior high school, and after that, it was just our friendship just clicked. After that, we just kept on checking on each other, And yeah, man. Let me just go ahead and introduce her, man. So she is a Connecticut native, but never been in one place for too long. She recently graduated from Clemson University, getting her bachelor's degree in animal and veterinary science with a minor in business administration. Before then, had an internship at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln as a communication associate in biological, golly, biological system engineering department. When she is not planning her next adventure or binging reruns of The Office, you can find Angel exploring, exercising, and laughing with friends. She recently finished her 2-year Ray Diversity Fellowship program on the government relation team at Ocean Conservancy, right?
Hmm.
Washington D.C. Fighting to make the world a healthier and equitable place for all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, what else? Amazon, I want to introduce my friend Angel.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
How you
Thank
how
you.
you feeling? How you feeling?
I feel great. Always a pleasure to be in your presence, Tyreek.
Uh, that's good. That's good. Oh, I did forgot to mention she is an international coastal cleanup engagement and outreach specialist too. Forgot to
Yes.
mention that. Come on now, Reed. I got to get it right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and just get with the questions now. So the first question I got for you is, how was it growing up in Connecticut?
It's funny because a lot of people forget it's a state. A lot of people will probably never ever visit there. When someone
Hmm.
asks me what is there to do in Connecticut, it kind of varies. There is a large socioeconomic span. I feel like when people think of it, they think of Gilmore Girls or Yale. So it
Hmm.
just kind of very like uppity and white. But I fortunately um, did not have that experience. A I went to very very diverse schools over the years where I grew up. There were all different types of ethnicities: black
Hmm.
people, white people, Hispanic people, Indian, Bosnian. Like it opened my eyes to just like the world is so much bigger.
Hmm.
Um, because I like to think I grew up in like Blue Ghetto. It was like the suburbs, but kind of ghetto. um, but I wouldn't change it. People don't think I'm from Connecticut. They think of every other place but that. So I kind of
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. It's very beautiful in the summer, four seasons.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
good. That's good. I like that. So, where did you find like the passion of loving just animals in general and wanting to go actually school for it?
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm definitely the tree hugger of my family.
Uh-huh.
I definitely came out the womb loving animals. Yeah, from as far as I can remember, I knew I wanted to be a veterinarian. I
Hmm.
would bring in like dead birds and try
wait,
to
what? Wow. I'm just not hearing this story, y'all. I just want to let y'all know.
I cannot believe we never talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, we never talked about this.
I I would swear I could revive them. My mother,
Mhm.
she did not like that. But I would just like try to take care of animals. Did
Mhm.
not do a great job trying to revive dead things, but like I just always knew that speaking up for things that can't speak up for themselves
Mhm.
was like a place I wanted to be. I grew up with the cat, rest in peace, Jason. And like
Mhm.
I just knew I just love animals so much.
That's good. That's good. So walk us through like an everyday like adventure of working at ICC.
Yes. So, okay. So let's just like back up the bus because I'm not a veterinarian. Fun fact
Okay.
to everyone
Okay.
listening. So, when I got to Clemson, I was in
Mhm.
my animal science courses, taking my pre-vet classes, and then me and my freshman year roommate, who actually is my roommate now, my
Mhm.
bestie Elise, we had the same exact major. We were on track to be a veterinarian, but then we started really thinking about like the next like 10 years of our lives.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because in total, veterinarians spend about 8 to 10 years in school. It's much harder to get into than medical school because there's so much fewer options.
Mhm.
It's just expensive, and the quality of life is very, very low.
Mhm.
People think it's just a lot of like cuddling with kittens and puppies, but it's not. It's a lot of heavy work that takes a toll on you physically and and emotionally. The hours go way past than your typical 40-hour work week. And then
Mhm.
the mental health of veterinary students like globally is very, very low. They
Mhm.
spend a lot of time studying euthanizing animals. It's just not all shiny and unicorns. And so we really looked at ourselves and we're like, do we really want to go into debt to
Mhm.
do this? No. So we switched our concentration from pre-vet to
Mhm.
animal agribusiness, which I had never heard of. But basically, it's like showing you and learning about the business side of the animal industry, which is where my
Mhm.
business minor comes into play. So taking marketing, management, um, different types of animal courses that weren't too science heavy, which I ended up loving. And so my senior year of college, I actually studied abroad in South Korea. Not related, but I had a scholarship that I really wanted to do, and I couldn't for so long because of COVID.
Mhm.
But I was like a month from graduating, and I'm like, man, like, what am I gonna do? Because
Mhm.
the job market, like really any year, it was trash. But I stumbled upon the Ray Diversity Fellowship Program, and
Right.
what that is it the goal is to diversify the clean energy and conservation spaces. And so they take recently graduated people of color who have a passion for environmental work, and they place them at different organizations. So I applied. I was grateful enough to get in, and they placed me at Ocean Conservancy based in Washington, D.C. So for the past 2 years, I was on the government relations team doing a lot of like assisting our lobbyists with ocean advocacy work, um, talking to members of Congress,
Mhm.
anything to advance the work that we do, which is advocating for a healthier ocean. And throughout my 2 year time, I was able to go on a lot of amazing adventures with one of our teams called the International Coastal Cleanup Team.
Mhm.
And if people know of Ocean Conservancy, that's probably where they know us from. It is the largest volunteer um, like trash cleanup efforts in the world, and that
Right.
started via Ocean Conservancy. And so the main goal of that team is to pick up trash, make it better, collect all the data so scientists can use this to create solutions. So
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't even been a month actually that I'm on the team, but I have been able to travel to Alaska, Miami,
Oh wow,
Seattle, and then at the end of this month, I will actually be going to Mexico to
that's exciting
host
news.
cleanups. So it's amazing.
All right.
I didn't even know that jobs like this could exist where you travel to make the world a better place. Like it is absurd. I like wake up still in disbelief that like this is my job. But I'm extremely grateful because it's not a easy industry to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's me in a very quick nutshell. That was not even that.
At TFL, we're not just delivering packages, we're delivering hope, health, and peace of mind.
Thanks to TFL, we can continue providing the best care for our patients.
In the world of healthcare, time is of the essence. That's why at TFL, we understand the urgency behind every medical delivery. From life-saving medications to sensitive lab samples, our team is trained to handle every shipment with the utmost precision and confidentiality. When it comes to medical deliveries, trust the experts at TFL. We also transport anything else that can fit into a cargo van besides dead bodies.
Thank you, TFL. You guys are lifesavers.
TFL, we understand the importance of reliable and efficient deliveries. That's why we're committed to providing top-notch service every step of the way. Trust TFL to be your go-to courier for professional, safe, and on-time deliveries.
So I want to know. It just came in the back of my
Mhm.
mind. I wanted to know. Hold on. Excuse me. I wanted to know: is your job similar like some of the commercials that be coming on TV, as far as like the Don commercial when they're cleaning up the well, not the dolphins. I meant the ducks and stuff. If that makes sense,
Mm.
what I'm saying. Is it something similar like that?
So that focuses on oil spills,
Okay.
and when it comes to like the ICC team, our main goal is like plastics and like
Mhm.
trash. As far as I am concerned, like with the knowledge that I have, we don't do anything when it comes to oil spills or like kind of catastrophic man-made or natural disasters.
Mhm.
But we like seek out places that may be isolated, but a lot of the times it's companies that know the work that we do, and like they reach out to us to come clean up.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what is some of the pros and cons with the career choice that you have?
Hmm.
Oh, oh, that's a good one, ain't it?
It's good considering I don't I'm still fresh. But ones that I can foresee is definitely burnout because there will
Okay.
be many weeks back to back where you are just traveling. And I got
Mhm.
a taste of it this summer. I was grateful enough to go to basically like four countries like back to back. And it is a lot. Like when you're switching time zones, like it takes a toll like physically, mentally, like emotionally.
Mhm.
So I think like burnout is a really big one. Also, there's like this like kind of never ending feeling in the environment climate space that's kind of
Mhm.
like what are you doing all of this for?
Mm.
um because like it's not getting better. So like there are many people who ask me like what's the point,
Yeah.
like if I recycle this one thing like it's not going to like change anything. So that can be very frustrating, and you have to keep fueling yourself out like the work that you do does matter. Sorry, I adopted a kitty and he is just so cute and exploring.
uh,
um so if y'all see me like looking back, it's just I'm a mother.
can we
Okay.
can we see him? If you
The next time he walks by me, I will
Okay.
unblur.
All right. All
Um,
right.
he's having fun in the sun.
Right.
But pros, I mean, getting to be able to travel to so many different places and meet people who are so passionate about the work that they're doing, that like it keeps your fire going. Like, okay, like the work I am doing does matter. It does impact people. Like it does change the future for the better. Just expanding your network, meeting so many types of different people, because I feel like a lot of the times, at least in the past, environmentalism looked one way, but
Mm-hmm.
like it's very diverse. And the people that I've been meeting, the organizations that I've got to be a part of, like there are so many people from different backgrounds. It doesn't just fit one mold. Yeah, those are like off the top of my mind.
That's good. That's good. So talk about. I mean, you just not recently just said it. Like the people that you met, and
Mm-hmm.
talk about that. Like some of the people that you met in this field. Like how was that? How was that experience? Like meeting some of the people in the field.
So coming from like veterinary science, I really had no ocean background besides like people are dumping trash in it. The ocean is responsible for 70% of the air that we breathe. Like, why aren't we taking better care of it? Like, just very basic surface level. So to dive, no pun intended, just straight into the ocean waters, like it was just like so much knowledge. But when I
Mm-hmm.
reflect on like the past like 2 years, because I feel like that's really where I can count it from. Danny Washington is an
Mm-hmm.
incredible human being. She is called like the Mocha Mermaid of the seas. She's the first Black woman to have her own science talk show. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she is just so incredible, and she is co-founder. Her and her mom run Big Blue and You, which is an
Mm-hmm.
ocean advocacy organization that focuses on youth voices and uplifting them into the conversations that is ocean conservation. Um, so like I just like she's nothing but pure energy,
Mm-hmm.
good vibes, and just ambition. Like she makes you want to do more.
Right. Right.
um Dr. Tierra Moore, who is the CEO of Black in Marine Science, highly recommend joining the organization. I'm a member, and she started the organization during peak COVID when
Mm-hmm.
um, like she was getting her PhD in marine science, and she faced a lot of prejudice and racism, and she wanted to create a space where other Black marine scientists can go and just be themselves and just be Black and be great. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just so beautiful to see, because there wasn't that representation when I was studying animal science. Like I remember being one of, if not the only person in my classes doing very well, um, hearing both positive and negative feedback. Like people would tell me that they didn't think I was that smart, and they didn't even know me. Like
Oh
you're just
wow.
basing it off of how I look, which is
Oh
so
wow.
crazy to me. Like very bold, because you know who you are if you're watching this. Um, and it's just been so refreshing to see that the conservation climate space as a whole has a lot of work to do,
Mm-hmm.
but there is a lot being done, and there are a lot of ocean leaders in this space, that I'm just so grateful to have in my network and to have met.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want to get into like because since you in this field and actually seeing what's actually really going on now, I want to get into something deep. Like as far as like what really gets on your nerves when you see people like throwing stuff in the ocean and like what really ticks you off. I don't know
Um,
why I want to ask. I just want to ask this question.
Lucky enough, I've never actually physically seen anyone
Uh
polluting the
huh.
ocean, but I have seen people just polluting like their backyard and stuff.
Right.
And I feel like when I was much younger, it would like really infuriate me, and it would be like nothing but pure just anger. And it's like,
Right.
what is wrong with you? But I do understand that lack of awareness and education is very high.
Mm-hmm.
And there is that mentality that's like, I'm just one person, it doesn't matter. But it does, because the minute you see that one person putting the plastic strawberry container in the proper receptacle, like,
Ooh,
it sets the domino effect for
yeah.
like for future generations. And it's like, I can like yap your ear off, but like until like
Mm-hmm.
you see the effects, and like until you like really know what like pollution has done to the
Mm-hmm.
world. Hello, we are currently in a week that like two hurricanes just hit back to
Yeah.
back. Like, climate
Yeah.
change is very real. And it's like, I can't
Mm-hmm.
argue with people who think uh like these remotes or robots control hurricanes. So it's like
Right.
you have to like pick your battles wisely.
Right.
Um but like, there's climate change all around us. Every single summer it gets hotter, and people
Yeah.
know that. And they sometimes still aren't making that connection. But it's like, you will know why you're not getting snow. You will eventually know why it's so much hotter that than it was 5 years ago. Newsflash:
Mm-hmm.
climate change is real. um but I just want to keep educating people on like why the work that I'm doing is important. Like, this is your like Earth too. You know
Mm-hmm.
a kid. If you don't have any, you know someone that has a kid. And it's like, you are like, why wouldn't you want to leave this Earth better than you had it? Is my mentality. So yeah.
Wow. That is amazing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is it's crazy because I ain't never really actually had a conversation with somebody that's in the field that you in, and the fact
Mhm.
that you we just talking about this, having this conversation, and it's like how much the earth is, how important it really is, and how much we need to take care of the environment itself.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. So our next question I wanted to ask you, did you ever like had to help any animals? Like I seen some other commercials as far as like where some people had to, well, not even commercials, like just being on Facebook and scrolling and actually seeing they had to take the plastic off of the animal if they have it around their neck or something. Did y'all
Mhm.
ever had to experience that or do that?
I have never, but I did recently in June. I did do a dive. I am scuba certified. Shout out to Black in Marine Science. But I did do a dive with Debris Free Oceans, and we did do a cleanup underwater. So I've never
Mm-hmm.
actually interacted with taking plastic off an animal, but we were able to pick up debris that floated in their coral reef and like habitats. So I prevented possible, but no, not that.
Okay, when you say you dived, was you nervous, afraid,
Oh yes.
anything?
Like, scuba diving is extremely terrifying. Um,
Oh
and
no.
shout out to Danny Washington, because I met her in March of 2023. Me and my colleague, bestie, love, Defina. We were at a conference, and they did a panel together, and then we went out to lunch, and she was talking about all her like just amazing diving adventures.
Hmm.
And Defina and I were like, wow, that would be really cool if we got certified. And Danny was like, well, let's get you certified. And then months
Oh no.
later, that summer, she like helped us like detail a plan to get us scuba certified that year. And it definitely was not
Woo.
sunshines and rainbows. Like it takes a lot of mental focus. Like you really have
Yeah.
to get out of your head. Like the amount of times I told myself it's okay to breathe underwater is insane because it like goes against everything that like your body's programmed to
Woo.
do. Um
See how you
and
did it?
and it wasn't until like my fifth dive back in June, so
Yeah.
a year later, where I was like actually enjoying this. Like something clicked and it was like, okay, this is amazing. Like I am seeing stuff that like we weren't made to see. Um,
Right.
but it takes a lot to get yourself there and like really like drown out all the noise and just tell yourself that
Woo.
like you can do this.
Woo. Oh my goodness. How did you how did you do it? I don't understand. I do not
I still don't
understand.
understand. I still don't.
Woo. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say right now. It's crazy. Woo.
You know.
So like you gotta actually, oh my God, I don't even, oof. Hold on, let me take a moment real quick, cause good, 'cause good Lord, man, like talk about the first time, your first dive, like talk about that, your first experience diving. Talk about that, cause
Okay.
I'm very curious now, cause I want to know, like I want to do no, I can't swim. I'll be honest with y'all, I cannot swim. So the fact that you saying that you took a dive in the ocean itself with you got sharks, dolphins, whatever you can name down there, you got it. It's pretty wild. That's wild right there, man. But yeah, talk about your first experiences diving.
Okay. So when you're in training, you will probably start in the pool. So my first actual experience, like with the tank like and all that, was in the pool. Again, it was like really like I feel like I was like shouting in my
Hold on,
brain,
hold on,
like
hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
mhm.
How big is the pool?
That pool. It was super. It was like pretty small, like not your
Pretty small.
typical like Olympic size pools. It went down to like 10 feet though, but it was like
Oh
pretty
shit.
like it looked like a kid size pool.
Okay, so it's not one of those pools. You know how you go to what's it called? An aquarium?
Oh,
You
like the
know,
YMCA.
yeah, and
Yeah, no.
no, not that. I'm talking about as far as like when they training the dolphins and stuff.
Oh no, no. It's
Oh, it's
just
not that
like
big.
it's like your basic backyard pool.
Oh, okay, all right, all right,
Because the goal I guess is depth, not length. So
okay.
which makes sense.
Makes sense.
But I mean the scuba tank is very heavy. Like your skills vary because like you will start with like an online course. It's very long.
Uh huh.
It breaks down all the scenarios, the importance of equalizing, which is making sure that like you pop your ears, like decompression sickness, like it goes through everything. Then
Yes.
you um like then you run through like where does the BCD attach to the like air pump hose, like you are like doing your equipment, then you do skills and then you go into the pool with it all,
Mm-hmm.
how to clear your mask because if you're 100 feet underwater you can't come up to clear your mask. So that was pretty scary.
Right.
Because you have to keep breathing. You always have to keep breathing. You never hold your breath when you're scuba diving because then
Right.
your lungs expand and then death happens. Well, but okay, it takes a minute
Oh,
for you to die,
oh, you
but
scaring the people.
you just never hold your breath.
All right.
Um, but like our pool dive went so well. When it came
Right.
to our second dive, which was like our first real dive, we did like a shore dive. Typically you do a boat dive where you like dive off the boat straight into
Uh
the
huh.
water. But
Uh huh.
because there was like a storm, it was pretty choppy, so we walked in the water and then swam to a point and then dove down. It was a was a little chaotic when we
Right.
descended into the water. There was this like hidden current. So we got like carried away, which is like very, very,
Oh,
very freaky. Then like my friend kind of panicked. We like rose to the top. Tears were shed. Something was happening with my eyes. So they were on fire.
I will never went back. No one me. I will never go back.
It was not ideal to say the least.
I would have never went back.
But our third dive,
Uh
the next day we went to a lake, which
Right.
is contained. So like we know everything that's in it. It was fresh water. But it was murky, so it like
Right.
it had the same visibility as if we were diving at night. So that was kind of scary, but also kind of cool to see what the difference is in daytime versus nighttime.
Right.
But that one went really well. We did all our skills. But yeah, it's like one of those things, like you really have to love it because so many things can go wrong, but you really have to like trust yourself and be able to like remember your skills underwater.
Oh my goodness, man. Angel.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did you do it? I don't understand, man.
I
Like
don't
I
understand.
I don't know. Was that one of your fears though? Like going on the water or something?
It wasn't until every time I get back to the surface, I'm like, there are so many things that can
Uh-huh.
go wrong. But because the ocean is a very scary place. Like what we've only
Yeah.
discovered like 3 or 5% of it, and like we probably will never touch like a quarter. Like
Yeah.
it is
You can't go down there.
a beast, and like there's a reason that we're not meant to breathe underwater. But then once you're down there and like you see, like it just looks like you're in the Little Mermaid, and like you see
Yeah.
all these fish and all these coral, and it like reinforces like why I want to protect it because it's so important, and
Wow.
like it's just so special.
Wow. Man, that
Mhm.
is wild. You ain't scared of the fishes down there? Like you ain't never seen no shark or nothing?
Sharks, no. I've never that's a lie. I did dive in spots where sharks live, but they like there
Oh
weren't
heck
any.
no.
There weren't any. The people that I have like dive with have like
Uh-huh.
they freely dive with sharks. They're not people like aggressive. So like
Right.
they'll never go out of their way to bite you unprovoked.
Right.
Um but like the scariest thing probably was like a very, very big barracuda who like shiny things. And I don't take
Barracuda.
out my earrings when I dive. They're like they're like not piranhas, but they are very big. They eat like the trash of the
Hold
ocean.
on. I'm about to look this up,
Yeah, I
man.
would just Google it.
I'm about to Google it now because I really want to see a barracuda. I heard of
Barracuda.
I heard of it before. I just don't
Definitely.
remember the actual face. Hold on, y'all. I want
And they
to.
have very sharp teeth.
Can you spell it? B
Barracuda.
C U
Barracuda.
said D-A.
Yes. Like they look scary.
Oh heck no. Something ugly.
And I didn't see it, but my dive buddy, because you should also always dive with the dive
If
buddy. She was like, it was right behind you. It was so close. I
if
was like, oh, okay.
if y'all on YouTube, I want to just show it. If you can see it, I don't think you can see it because my screen is blurry. You really can't see it. And
No, but
hold on.
they're gonna know. It's
Whew.
one of
If you
those.
want to know what a barracuda is, just Google it, do some research, do whatever you got to do. But they ain't very attractive. I say that, they're
No.
not very attractive.
No.
But anyway, we coming up to 32 minutes within the podcast. I like that. I like that. I like that. So since we coming up into 32 minutes within the podcast, we're going to start a segment.
Okay.
So you like games?
I love games.
You love games. Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. So this game I call it Think Before You Speak.
Okay.
So if you never seen the podcast before or how this actually works, I will explain it to you and for new listeners as well. So basically this game is like a game where we ask rapid fire questions. You know, maybe be like your favorite animal or favorite place to relax or something like that. And then we might throw out three riddles for you, you know, here and there. And you got the guess the riddle. Um, I never set no time, but now I think I should set a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you only have three tries to get it right. So
For the riddles.
for the riddles, yeah, for the
Okay.
riddles. The other question is just no time. But let's go ahead and get it started. You ready?
Ready.
All right. So the first one I got favorite animal.
Elephant.
Why an elephant?
I have no idea. I have never touched one, but this summer I was grateful enough to go to Zimbabwe, and they're just
Zimbabwe.
freely roaming. And there are so many times like I teared up. I just feel like they're so majestic, and I have so many little elephant figurines. Like every time I travel, I try to buy like these hand carved just
Right.
elephant figures.
Right.
Um, I have an elephant painting. I just love them.
And you know, an elephant is very aggressive too.
They are defensive,
Oh,
so
they defensive.
they,
Okay.
they
All
will
right.
give warning signs. When people don't listen, that's when they're aggressive.
And them things. Whew. Favorite place. Favorite place to relax and why? Well, that's a good one. Yeah, you looking all over the place.
I feel like that can go two ways because like my default is my bed because I honestly don't spend enough time in it.
Okay.
Um, but because contrary to popular belief, I am a homebody. I do enjoy staying home.
Okay.
Um, so I would say yeah, like my room when it's like
Mm-hmm.
nice and clean. I have a nice meal, and I'm like watching TV, playing Sims.
That's our favorite thing to do, y'all. I just want to let y'all know. I just want to let y'all know that. Um, that's so. This is your bed. That's it.
Yeah, because I feel like vacation you can never truly relax
Yeah.
unless you
For
like
real.
are just spending a week sleeping. So yeah,
Right.
like at home.
Favorite. I don't. I'm pretty sure I said this in the intro, but favorite TV series. I want to say The Office, right?
Okay, well it depends because I can never like pick one. It needs to be like by genre.
Okay. Let's do this. Give me your top five. Top five.
Okay,
Let's say that.
I will not say of all time because I feel like there are so many, but like ones that
Okay.
like made me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
SpongeBob SquarePants, hands down.
Okay.
There's
That's
not a
one.
SpongeBob meme that doesn't have a, like a scenario. SpongeBob, Degrassi.
The
I
grass. That's a
think
good one. I give you that. That is a good one. That
like
is a good one.
Degrassi taught
That's a
me
good show.
so much.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. I watched it a couple times. It's pretty funny. I'm not
It's
gonna lie to you.
I think it's very funny. I
It's pretty
resonate
funny.
specifically with Linda. I think she is my spirit animal. She's
It's
like,
like. Oh,
hmm.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you
Go
go.
ahead.
You go.
No, I was gonna say it's like dry humor.
Yes,
Almost.
and I
Yes.
my favorite type of humor. But um The Office, I find myself just going back to that constantly.
Now The Office. Like I never like. I watched several episodes with some of my peoples. Some of the episodes is funny, man. What's the boss name?
Michael,
Michael. That he's a good actor.
Michael Scott.
He's a great actor. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's 4.
That is
Um,
4. You already got 4. You got one more.
SpongeBob, Degrassi, The Office, Bob's Burgers, and
I feel like I don't know why it came in my head. I feel like you're gonna say Scandal or something like that.
no, but that was a phenomenal series.
Yes. Got you thinking.
Because like it's like what will I? It's like what do I think of, or like what do I put on as like a comfort show?
What's your favorite genre of shows?
Like sci-fi, thriller, and then funny. Number five, number five, number five.
It's there. It is there.
Okay, I'll go with like a classic. I will say Good Times.
Good times. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For everybody that's listening, um, I do want to mention to y'all, I never seen Good Times like that.
Wow.
I never did. I know that's kind of wild, but I never. I mean, I seen some episodes, but like really actually sat down and watch it. No, I never did.
I think you should. I think everyone should, of course. Especially now that James, rest in peace,
Yeah, he
just
passed
died,
away
but
this
like
year. Rest in peace.
very much
Let's
top
take a
tier.
moment of silence. Oh, that. All right, we back.
It's a very quick moment. Okay.
I don't think we should be laughing. But let's go ahead and get into the riddles. Nah.
Okay.
All right. So first of all, do you like riddles?
I do.
You really do. Are you very good at answering them?
It depends.
It depends on the riddle.
Yep.
All right. All right. So the first riddle that we have is I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I? Hold on. Let me set the timer, y'all. Let me set the timer for a minute.
Oh,
Forgot
a
to set the
minute.
timer. Yeah, we got to set the timer for a minute.
And I feel like I've heard this before. Cities, no houses. Mountains, but no trees.
You
And
need to
what was
hear
the
it
last
again?
one?
Huh?
Yeah, can you repeat it?
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I? Mm. You need a hint?
Yes.
Um, it's something we have on our phones. Something they used back in the day.
Oh, maps.
That's the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
What gave it off?
Because I've heard this I think before, but yeah, like that makes sense.
Yeah, all right, let me go ahead and set the timer again. All right, next riddle we have is what can fill a room but take up no space?
Air.
Nope, that's not it.
Oh, silence.
Nope, that's not it.
What?
Dang, you answered it pretty fast, man.
Because I've definitely
Dang,
heard this.
I ain't even set the timer. You need any question again?
Sure.
What can fill a room but take up no space?
Noise?
Nope. I'll give you another try. Matter of fact, I give you two more.
Oh,
Two
wait,
more
yeah, I
tries.
forgot. I'm using my choice.
You forgot you had three tries. Yeah, you was going crazy. You was
Do I
going
get a hint?
crazy. Huh?
Do I get a hint?
Can you get a hint? Uh can you get a hint? It's something we use every day when we go into a room. When we enter a room. Any room.
It's not about like words or silence.
Nope.
I mean, like words or noise. Yeah, I don't know.
It's how can I put it? It's an object.
Oh, it's
I
an
would say
object
it's an object.
that I can
Well,
touch.
well, you can touch it. It just depends on where it's at on the object. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give it away, but
Just tell me, because I have no idea.
all right, all right, all right. I'm gonna read the question back and
Okay.
we'll get the answer. What can fill a room but take up no space? And the answer is a light.
I swore I said that.
No, you didn't. You said air. You said silence.
And I'm staring at this light, and I was gonna say light.
That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. And we got one more.
Okay.
You ready? All right. I think you should get this one. This one is pretty simple, but it depends on how your minds work. So it goes, people make me, save me, change me, raise me.
Money.
What? Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
wait. Oh, it is
what?
money, right? I
That's
don't even
it.
know what you said. I just heard make me.
That's the answer, though. That's the answer.
Hmm.
You think you got time for one more?
Let's do it.
All right, let me look one up real quick. Time for one more, ladies and gentlemen. Out of fact, I got one in my head. What it was? It's a it's a classic, I would say. Um, I am an odd number. Take away a letter, I become even. What number am I?
7.
You must have heard that one before.
Honestly, yes, but I've heard variations, and then I don't pay attention to what the answer is. But yeah,
You're
7.
right. She must pay attention to that before. Well, ladies and gents, we coming up to 44 minutes now. So I always ask everyone this question. Well, these two questions whenever we about to close the podcast or end the podcast, and the question it's two questions, two-part question. The first one is, what advice would you give anyone that's trying to get in the field that you in today? And the second question is, I had to rephrase the question. What advice would you give that 15-year-old girl, like, for off of the experience that you went through in life? Ah,
Okay, I guess I'll go. Yeah, I guess I'll go generic to yeah. So I'll go in order. If you want to get into ocean conservation work, I honestly would look at organizations who do what you do, who match the mission that you stand for. Um,
uh-huh.
if you're a person of color, I highly recommend different minority groups, because this is still a very white dominated space, and there are still a lot of uh, instances and
Wait
racism
a
that occurs across all platforms. So
wait.
ones that hmm?
When you say a white dominated space, like there's no actually blacks into the space that you in? Like,
No, like of
how many?
course, because I mean, hello. Um,
I know that. I mean, but I'm saying, like,
but like 9 times out of 10, when
yeah,
you
if there was a percentage that you can say, like,
ooh,
what would the percentage be?
dang, I don't even know. Yeah, because I don't even know numbers, but if I had to guess, probably like
Yeah, I say guess
65, 70%.
65, 70.
Yeah, because there are definitely, I mean, more white people that I've met in my like
If we
even at
going,
my organization.
if
Almost,
we going, if we going 100%, right? Would you say
I would say
60,
70 are white.
70? Oh
Like out
wow,
of, I guess, like 100 people, yeah, like I would say 70.
70. Wow.
Yeah.
And
At
the
my
rest.
organization, which what we said we are at like I think like 210.
And why do you think that? I know we going off the question, but I'm very very curious. Like, why do you think that though?
From what I've learned, the climate space, a lot of the disparities are because of lack of access and lack of funding. And so when you look at things like climate justice or um, like not like pollution, racism, I'm forgetting the term, but I feel like there are so many like justice issues that affect Black, Indigenous, and different minority groups that like it takes
Mm-hmm.
a lot of extra energy and time to also care about the climate.
Mm-hmm.
So there's there is a lot of privilege in the climate space that comes from the white majority, um, because is also an issue of performative activism where it's
Mm-hmm.
like it just looks good on paper but they don't actually care about the causes, because racism, climate change, um like poverty, like it's all linked, so you can't care about one without caring about the other. And
Right. Right.
I feel like a lot of the times people are focused on like the kind of like animal impact, and you're not really talking about the people. And like for instance, like Black people are like fighting for a whole list of things. Like the last thing that they're worried about is like saving a tree. um
Right.
so that would be what I could think about.
Right. Right. So you say that you need more people in this field.
I would say so, but there also needs to be better avenues for people to get in the field and not feel
Mm-hmm.
so gatekeepy. um like you can't talk about environmental justice without talking about why are there power plants and toxic fumes only being released in low income and Black neighborhoods. And then you can't talk about that without talking about, well, why are Black people at, like, why are they dishoused at a higher population than any other group? Like it all trickles down. um and so I feel like unless people are made of like aware and have avenues and are able to put food in their fridge and get to work on time and have a safe method of transportation, like they can't add this to their list. So like it all
Right.
needs harmony,
Right.
basically.
Mhm.
But yeah, but to go back to what you were saying,
Yeah. Yeah. Go
um,
ahead.
like find what feels comfortable, find people who like feel like family, because this work does get very heavy and it gets hard, and you need people that continue to like uplift you and not care the same way you do but care about you, and will be there to listen when you have hard days or when like it just feels like that everything that you're doing is meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
To the 15-year-old girl, I'm just gonna assume
Mm-hmm.
she's Black because so man, I would say do not let any just old dusty white man, because it usually is an old dusty white man,
Golly.
say anything about you to ever have you think twice about yourself, that if you are smart enough, if you can ace the test, if you can get the internship, like keep being yourself. Do not feel the need to make yourself smaller, to uh, hide your fro and go straighten your hair. I promise you that your fine apple is gorgeous. To take out your piercings. I usually have nails on, but to
Oh
take off
yeah,
your nails.
that's crazy.
My appointment is next week. Just like continue to be yourself, because there will be plenty of opportunities that people flock to you simply because you are yourself.
Right.
I also encourage you to get familiar with your financial aid office, to the office that does like different internships. Keep applying for scholarships, for opportunities, for positions, for anything. I'm like a serial applier. Like I probably don't get like 60% of what I apply for, but the fact that like I did means a lot, because the
Yeah.
stuff that I have gotten absolutely like changed my life. So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
like don't get lazy. Keep a goal in mind, just keep going, because I promise you it
Right.
will pay off. Like I did not think I would be here when I graduated college. And now I have a kitty. Very unrelated, because you could really get a pet at any time, but it's like everything falls how it should.
Right. Right. I want to add in onto that too, as far as anybody, not even in the field that we both are in, just any field that you get into in general. I just want to say, like, create opportunities for yourself
Mm-hmm.
to, like, even if it falls into you starting a podcast or not even going out to the community, help the community out within the field that you're in, or doing some, if you're doing like a service or something, like do some free work or so. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that what I would say. Like, create opportunities for yourself is very more important, because some of the opportunities that you like destined to get might not always come your way. And the fact that it might not always come your way, creating that opportunity for yourself can open up doors for you still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Well said.
Anyway,
Well said.
anyway, yeah. So, tell us about. Uh, I usually say 5 years, but we're gonna say next 6 months. What the next 6 months? What do you expect out of this field that you're in today? It's a good
Next
one.
6 months, because like I just think about like further than like my job.
Hmm.
So in next 6 months I will be 26,
Oh
which is
shoot! Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. So birthday, come on Capricorn life.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll be 27.
which is so absurd, because I feel like I wake up 9 times out of 10 like I'm 16, I'm still a child. Um,
Yeah.
like 26 is insane. I will
Tell me,
hopefully.
tell me about it.
Yeah, you definitely got me beat. Definitely got me beat there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But 6 months, I will have spent half a year in my new role. I
Uh,
will feel much more comfortable about the work that I'm doing. I will have had at least 3 more cleanups under my belt in different places. Have traveled to new places I've never been. I think in November I'm going to Colorado, and then December Phoenix. I've never been to those places.
I'm not. I'm
Um,
not. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When we even be off air and she be telling me the places that she be going to, I'm like, it's freaking wild. She be going all across the world. It's crazy, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but continue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
and
You go ahead.
yeah, it's crazy, because a year ago did not think this would be my future. So in 6 months, I'm probably still basking in the fact that like this is my life,
Yeah.
and just like honestly just finding ways to like keep showing gratitude, because I never take a day for granted,
Right.
um and just keep learning, um
Yeah.
yeah, and just being like my most authentic self that I can be.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you're not learning, you're dead. I'm
Bingo.
sorry to get deep or dark, but I'm serious though. If you're not learning, you're dead. You learn, you live, you live, you learn. For real. Keep that in
Mhm.
mind. But yeah, let the people know where they can find you social media wise. Let the people know.
Okay, if y'all have the urge to follow me, I'm gonna do much better at posting because I do want to like document this like journey. So two
Hmm.
underscores Anjel, like it says right there, on Instagram. Two
I'm
underscore
uh I'm gonna put
Anjel.
it at the bottom. I'm gonna put it at the bottom for y'all
And he
in the
will link it.
description. Yes,
He will
I
link it.
would.
On LinkedIn, my first and last name. I do have a TikTok. I do have a TikTok that we're also gonna work on revamping, but at the time being, it is X Thug Muffin. X. We
Wait,
can
what?
talk about that later. We could talk
Ah, what?
just like like an onion, so many layers. Um,
Ah,
and then I have a YouTube. It has
YouTube.
no videos, but hopefully by the time you see this, I'll have at least one, and that is It
Right,
Girl Angel. Again, Anjel.
right.
That is all.
Sure, we wanna I think we would love to see you vlog, your journey of this field that you're in. We would love to see that. I would love to see it.
I know.
We would love to see that. For real.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Take it slow. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man, we got it. We is about to come up into an hour, close to it. But
That
we
was
at
easy.
58 minutes though. That's I gotta clap it up for that. Let's clap it up for that. I'm gonna get me one of those things where I can just hit the button and the clap doing on its own. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, that clapping stuff is just it's not authentic like the little, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, this is episode 9, Angel. We appreciate you for coming on. It took us a little minute to do this, cause
Okay, to be fair, if y'all just heard that spiel, that should give you a taste of how time might be a little difficult. But
right,
I knew it was coming. I could not leave Brother Reek hanging. Okay, it was coming. It was.
right. But we glad that to have you on, and would you say you would come back for a part 2?
I would be honored.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, y'all, I know what it's saying. Before we end the podcast every time, day by day to see a better day. Smooth for life. We out.
Smoothie for life. Thanks for having me.